for Jackie, everybody. Let her hear it. Oh, man. It is fucking great to be here. Man, this is cool. Where I'm at in comedy, most of the gigs I do are like fucking bars and breweries, right? So it's so cool to be here. Like, I'm in so many bars and breweries, and one of the things I've noticed like a big difference between the two is like how socially acceptable it is to bring a baby. You know what I mean? Because if I'm in a brewery and I see a guy with a baby, I'm not even fucking phased, you know? But if I'm at a bar and I see a guy with a baby, my first thought is, fuck, I hope that's his baby. And I got nothing against kids, right? Like, I love kids. I just don't like having them around when I'm drinking. You know, because you ever had a 5-year-old try and tell you a story while you're hammered? It's the most boring experience of your life. Like, when you're high, it's fascinating. Because there's twists, there's turns, you don't know where it's going to end. But when you're hammered, I'm like, this fucking kid just sucks at telling stories, dude. I don't know, I can't put up with it. But I do, like, I love kids, right? I got a niece and nephew, I love them to death. I do feel bad for them, because they have my little brother as their dad. Yeah. He's dumb as shit. Like, I'll tell you this one. I remember back in high school, my brother and I, we snuck outside late at night to smoke a joint, right? We thought we were being slick as fuck. But we didn't realize that the weed smoke was going up and into my parents' open bedroom window. So immediately my mom just sticks her head out. She's like, boys, put that joint down. And then my brother like froze and was like, okay. So he grabs a joint, pops it into his mouth, tries to swallow it, coughs so hard he throws up, and then said, what joint? Fucking two kids. I am happy to be back in New England, man. I was in Vegas not too long ago doing some shows, and I was really worried about going to Vegas because I'm a bigger guy. I sweat a lot. Vegas is a fucking desert, you know, not really conducive. And when I was telling all my buddies around here about it, they were like, "Oh, Jack, don't worry. All right, Vegas is a dry heat." Why do we say that to it like that? You know what dry heat means? Dry heat means it's so hot, water fucks off. That's what. I'll tell you, what wasn't dry. It was my fucking asshole the entire time I was there. You ever had that sweat? You're like, did I just fucking shit my pants right now? And the other thing is, I am bigger, right? And I'm trying to work on it because, like, I recently got to a point in my, like, I'm not the fattest guy, but I got to a point where it's like, if I sit in a chair and I drop something, I have to seriously question whether or not I wanted that thing. So I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm nervous, right? Because whenever I get motivated to lose weight, I always like to do the exact same thing. I always like to take a photo of myself with my shirt off, right? That way, when I lose all the weight, I can take another photo and I have like a before and after that I can put on Instagram, right? But as you guys have probably been able to tell, my motivation has never lasted that long. So now, all I have on my phone is just this album of me getting progressively fat. It's fucking ridiculous. So what I'm trying to do to like keep myself in it this time is I got myself a VR headset, right? I was like, I'm gonna work out that way. It's gonna be more fun, right? But here's the thing: is I live in Boston, so I live in this really shitty triple-decker apartment. So it's hot as fuck in my apartment. So what I'm doing is I work out at night with the window open, completely naked. Wouldn't be too much of a problem except for the fact that we have a street-facing window. So yeah, all the time my wife is like, aren't you worried that people are going to look through the window and see you working out? But I will throw the question to you guys. If you were walking down the street and you looked through a window and you saw my fat, sweaty, naked body with a VR headset on, that's the last time you're looking through that window. That's the last time you want to use your eyes. Let's be honest. I mentioned my wife. I am married. I love getting married to my wife. Probably the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life. I love my wife so much, and I say that now, but I will also say that I'm happy that she's at home and I am here. She's a little upset with me right now. We got some bad news recently. Right? We recently found out that my ex-girlfriend's dad canceled his Netflix account. So. And she wasn't particularly thrilled to find out whose Netflix we'd been stealing. Yeah, we had a bit of a fight, right? She went to bed a little angry, but I was a little drunk at the time, so I thought I could fuck with the guy, right? So I was just like, I went on his Facebook and I just wrote, "So, you finally called it quits, huh? Joke's on you, I've been stealing your Netflix for years." And that was all I said, right? Not the funniest thing I've ever done. I went to bed, completely forgot about it. I woke up the next morning to a bunch of Facebook notifications on my phone. People were commenting on my comment, and they were saying things like, "What an awful thing to say. how could you be so insensitive? Turns out he died. Yeah, that's why my Netflix stopped fucking working. I went on this guy's Facebook. People were like, rest in peace, there'll be enough thoughts forever. Oh, you finally called it quits, huh, asshole? I've been using your Netflix for years. Yeah, so we're a bit of a Hulu family right now. You guys have been awesome. Are you ready for your next comedian?